Hello and welcome to my channel. First thing I would like to say is please like and subscribe to my channel. I literally have no subscribers, so please like and subscribe, please, and give a thumbs up too, please. Okay, right now about to review the October 1984 issue of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, with of course the coverage of Kerry Von Erich's winning the World Heavyweight Champion. Kerry Von Erich's 3 weeks on top of the world. So let's take a look. This is not the best magazine. This is kind of, the book is, the cover is ripped off, so, but I really wanted this magazine, so it was not in the best of shape. The person that I bought it from didn't tell me that the cover was ripped off, but what you gonna do? Go to table of contents. It also talks about Rick Martel winning the AWA World Championship. Two new world champions in May of '84, Rick Martel and Kerry Von Erich. Between the Falls, letters, and Jerry Lawler actually wrote a letter in talking about him being on the cover of the Pro Wrestling Illustrated. He actually wrote in a letter. He wrote a letter himself. Okay, talking ringside, talking about Ric Flair regaining the World Championship. Interview. Peter King talks to Crusher Khrushchev, Barry Darsow, about his change in his allegiance to Russia. Dressing Room Confidential just talks about the NWA going to New York and the Ric Flair vs. Ricky Steamboat match. Okay, what they are saying: Ted DiBiase, Terry Gordy, Steve Keirn, Ken Timms, The Crusher, Road Warrior Hulk, Hulk Hogan, Mark Youngblood, and Jimmy Hart. Just some back issues. Once again, every time I see this, I think, man, these things were worth $2. If only I would have known, I would have bought all of these. Now these things are worth $50 to $60 probably. At least that's what they're selling them for on eBay. On assignment, Liz Hunter. Actually talking about how she wants to win a date with the Rock and Roll Express and go out with both of them. So, Liz Hunter, I thought she was real. I was sad when I found out she wasn't. Off the Top Rope by Dan Shockett. Talking about everybody as usual. Talking about all the baby faces. Press conference with Brad Armstrong. Talking about getting revenge on the spoiler, and especially Ted DiBiase, for Ted DiBiase beating up Bob Armstrong and brutalizing his face. And Focus talks about there's Paul Bosch and George Bush Sr., the Road Warriors with Luke Graham and the Grapplers, talking about Jerry Lawler's show, the Jerry Lawler show, and there's this guy that's trying to say, guess who he is? I think it's Austin Idol, but I'm not sure, from Austin Idol before the accident, but I don't know. Rick Martel, the new AWA World Champion, Rick Martel, and talks about how tough it will be to start defending his world title. Exclusive coverage of the remarkable NWA title reign, Kerry Von Erich's 3 weeks on top of the world. You just kind of wonder what would have happened if he would have been able to hold that title longer and been responsible enough to hold that title longer. What could have been? And you got the pin up of Billy Jack Haynes. Billy Jack Haynes talks his greatest matches was on March 31st, 1984 versus Kendo Nagasaki. His most hated opponent, superstar Billy Graham. His favorite maneuver, of course, the Full Nelson. And his toughest opponent was Cowboy Ron Bass. This story, Tully Blanchard's lonely quest for mid-Atlantic supremacy. The Wrestling Inquirer talks about Angela Mosca turning heel and winning the Southern title from Mike Rotundo. Larry Zbyszko reportedly negotiating with Bobby Heenan to be his manager, saying Bob Backlund's supposed to get a shot at Hulk Hogan, and Wrestling 2 slighted again for a title shot. Mr. Wrestling 2, when I guess he started his future heel turn when he was mad that he couldn't get a title shot. Matt Brock looking at the Fabulous Blondes. I didn't know much about anything about Ken Timmons, but of course I knew Eric Embry from later on back in 89 with his World Class run. They talk about all of Kerry's title defenses. I didn't realize he defended it that much. Yeah, so he had a lot of title defense I didn't realize he had. more back issues. Talk about the next future issues of the month and the wrestler. Exclusive coverage of from Texas. Kerry Von Erich wins the NWA World Title for David, for Texas, and for wrestling. Talk about Billy Jack Haynes and his feud with Buzz Sawyer. And then Inside Wrestling had exclusive coverage of Rick Martel winning the AWA World Title from Jumbo Tsuruta. Joe LeDuc battles Bruiser Brody. Exclusive interview with Kerry Von Erich. Ted DiBiase takes on Bob Armstrong one-on-one. Is the Iron Sheik winning his war against America? A close-up look at wrestling's new wave, the Rock Roll Express. And Jimmy Valiant is profiled. Okay, you have your ratings. The top 10. Number 1 is Ric Flair. Number 2 is Andre the Giant. Number 3 is Rick Martel. Number 4 is Hulk Hogan. Number 5 is Harley Race. Number 6 is Ricky Steamboat. Number 7 is Kerry Von Erich. Number 8 is Dusty Rhodes. Number 9 is Carlos Colon. And number 10 is Wahoo McDaniel. Top 10 tag teams. Number 1 is Ivan Koloff and Don Cornado, the NWA World Tag Team Champions. Number 2 is Baron Von Raschke and the Crusher, the AWA World Tag Team Champions. Number 3 is the Road Warriors, the National Tag Team Champions. Number 4 is Michael Hayes and Terry Gordy. Number 6 is Dick Murdoch and Adrian Adonis, the WWF Tag Team Champions. Number 6 is Tommy Rich and Eddie Gilbert. Number 7 is Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo. Number 8 is Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton. Number 9 is the Super Destroyers. Number 10 is Steve Keirn and Stan Lane, the Fabulous Ones. Got ratings for Georgia, World Class, Mid-Atlantic, Florida, Mid-South, Mid-Southern, Northwest. And of course, WWE still doesn't have World Championship status at this time. The only 2 world champions recognized by Pro Wrestling Illustrated are the NWA champion and the AWA World Champion. Okay, that was the review of the October 1984 issue of Pro Wrestling Illustrated. So once again, please like, subscribe, and comments. Any questions, just let me know. So, all right, thank you for watching.